Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, good morning. I am just hopping on this morning. I thought today is Tip Tuesday, so I wanted to give you a quick tip. And then I thought we could do our makeup together. If you are so inclined to want to do makeup with me this morning, we can do some makeup together. I have ordered some. I also took advantage of the sale, the Boxing Day sale that we've recently had. And I got the eyeshadows. So Lori, Bodie, if you end up watching this, I will do the looks. We'll do them together because I'm just getting them to hopefully, I think today, maybe tomorrow. I mean, it threw me yesterday because I was thinking that we would have mail and then I forgot that we didn't have mail. So, hey, Sandy, good morning. And I have tired, baggy, sort of blue eyes this morning because John and I stayed up late last night. I'm sure, for people that know us from being personal with us and knowing us from being family friends, then we're Bills fans, and because we grew up there. And last night was pretty intense and scary. So anybody who doesn't know us know that we are Bills fans. So we stayed up late last night, waiting until the very last bit. We were hoping to get an update on Damar Hamlin. So we went to bed about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and now we have to get up and we have to adult. So I am going to do my makeup and use a little bit of Demi. I've used the Demi the other day on a live, and I used 03. I will say that my blue is a little bit less intense than it was that day, surprisingly enough. So the other day, my blue was pretty intense. I used 03. And that's the beauty of the Demi, is that all these colors that cancel out, it doesn't, in case you're just catching this for the first time, Saint, which is the makeup that I use, has a Demi line. And the Demi is basically a whole line of color that is, it color corrects. It doesn't cover, it doesn't, you don't coat it on there, you don't bake it on there. It literally camouflages by working on opposite colors on the color wheel. So you can see, because I've got some blue areas in the corners of my eyes, which I do anyway, but they get worse when I get tired. I'm going to go ahead and use the orange colors. So I have 01 and 03, and the number indicates how deep the color is. This morning, I think I'm going to go ahead and get away with some 01. So you'll see me using 01 this morning, but that does kind of say, you know, you can usually, there are a few workhorse colors that just do a great job on everything. But if you struggle with different things on your face that you want to hide, I think we all know that some days it's worse than others depending upon lots of different factors. So it's sometimes good to have a couple different ones in your arsenal. You don't use very much of them, so they're smaller tins, but they last a very long time because you don't use but just a tiny, tiny bit, and that just goes in the area that has the discoloration, and it can fix blue, it can fix the red. I'm gonna do a little bit around my nose and my chin. It can fix melasma, fix age spots, maybe not fix them, but it can hide them by camouflaging them. So you're still wearing like just one layer of makeup and not having to cake it on. So Tip Tuesday, sorry, I really can digress and make me tired, and then it's even worse. This is my cream. And I love the Saint skincare line. It's so funny because I bought the makeup, fell in love with it. I waited to kind of get the cream, but then people started asking me about the toner, the face wash, the cream, and the mask. And I thought, okay, well, I better get it because if I'm gonna tell people what I need to know. So bought it, and it's just as good. Like, it's just as good. And so but it is expensive. It's definitely an investment. This is where, you know, you can, if you were to have, I'm booking classes. You just do an online class with me on Facebook or on Instagram or on Messenger. It's pretty simple and easy, and you just have a few ladies who may be interested. And once you get some credits, you actually get half price items too. Adds up pretty quickly. And that's how I did my cream, was that I waited until I had enough credits to go ahead and get it. And now I continue to get it with that. So, but one thing is that because it's an investment, you know, I'm going to get every little last bit. And when it's gone, here's my Tip Tuesday. Don't throw it away just because it doesn't come out. Oh, look at all that. I mean, like, that is a decent amount of product, and you use such a small amount that I just extended this out probably a month. So I'm so excited, and I wanted to share that with you guys this morning. It actually was not even planned. I just wanted to share it. So I went ahead and washed my face this morning and with my cream cleanser, and then, or my cream cleanser, sorry, I need a little bit more coffee, with my Saint cleanser. And then I opened this up just to see if I could get a little bit out, and lo and behold, look at all that. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on and moisturize. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my basic hack. So for anybody that is wondering about this makeup and you either are watching this live now or you watch the live later, please click #replay and you can see how I do my hack in the morning. I actually need to be out of here by probably no later than 8:40. But so there is my cream. So again, if you're just checking it out, don't throw that away. Open it up because you're going to be pleasantly surprised. You have a good bit left to go. Okay, now my hack. These are my colors. So cream-based makeup. I've got a contour, which can be scary for people, but don't be scared. I was scared too. I've done makeup my whole life, not as an artist, but just being in that sort of world, cosmetology, when I was younger. And I didn't contour, so I was scared, but contour can be made easy with Saint. Then we have a accent highlight and a main highlight. This is what I'm going to color correct with for my red spots. So good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Denise. So first things first, I'm the realist, and then I'm going to go ahead and put on this is Aspen. I'm just going to color correct a little bit. All I do literally is tap in there and tap in here, and then put a little bit over my nose today just because I'm a little bit redder. And I'm going to try to do my 01 today first. So that is my Aspen for color correcting the red. Then I'm going to take 01, and I'm just going to go ahead and take a teeny tiny brush. So I'm going to take just a tiny bit, and I'm going to go ahead and just dab in. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it right where the blue is. Oh boy, battling a migraine this morning. There are some brushes that work really well with our Demi. I don't have them yet, so I am making do with what I have, which is fine because that's doable with Saint. So it's easy to kind of be flexible, and everything is pretty interchangeable. So that is the Demi. And then I'm going to do a little bit on my other eye. Now Demi can be worn alone or under the highlights. And you can see I'm just picking up the tiniest amount and putting it on right to the areas that are bothersome and troublesome. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do my hack. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my lightest color, which is my accent highlight. I always do this. When I get on live, I forget. I don't actually do my accent highlight first. I like to do my contour first. Oh, contour it is. So this is my contour. It's a detail brush. You can use anything for a contour. You can use finger. You can use any of the brushes. This is my fave. Hands down, it's my favorite. I'm going to use my contour that I have over here. It's a different color, but I would like to use the olive today instead of using the indigo, which is what we do. I'm going to go ahead and tap in. And you can see I just have the smallest amount of product on there. Feel my cheekbone. I'm just going to come down about to where my eye ends. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of the blending ahead of time so that I don't have to do it later. And I like a stronger contour, so I'm just going to contour that up in. I'm actually going to go ahead and just see what else I have left on this one rather than putting any more in there right now. You can see how far the product goes. So I'm going to wipe up. And this one is one that I melted down. So that's something you can do with Saint, is you can actually melt it down when it gets to be kind of where it's spread all out in your tin. I mean, look at it. It just spread so easy. I mean, it just spread so easy. Okay, so that right there is my contour for my cheeks. And you can see that just creates shadow, which then lifts the cheekbones a little bit. And then at the end, we're going to put our lighter highlight there. And then sometimes even an illumination. And that will just create that effect of raising that cheekbone. Gives us a little bit more of that youthful look again. The structure of your face, even if you don't have high cheekbones, you can give more of an appearance. You can help, if you have them but age is bringing them down, you can help lift them back up. If you don't have them but you want to create them, you can do that. If you have put on weight, which we all do at certain points in time in our life, or most of us do, you've got the structure there, but you can hollow it back out. So you can give the illusion, if you're going to an event and you want to look like you don't have the extra weight, when people take pictures and you want to look at your pictures later and be like, oh yeah, I look good. Like, look at that chin line. You can give that look with contour. So anyways, there's some more of this one that you can see where my jowl starts right here. And then I have a smaller chin right there. I'm actually going to try something different today. Sometimes I do my whole chin. I'm actually going to leave that area right there because today I see a shadow already. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my own shadow right there. And then I'm going to start at the place where my shadow starts. And I'm just going to go straight line up. And I'm going to go up into create right at the front part of where my ear is. And that just, you can see, creates the illusion. I have a jawline there, but it's kind of gotten a little bit slack since I, started to be in my late 40s, close to 50. And so then I'll blend that all down, and that just helps me. And then it's that easy, y'all. I mean, I will blend this out, but ultimately that gives that illusion. And when you're taking a picture, and you're like this, it gives a jawline. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to come down. I know JLo has a video out right now, and it just is kind of actually funny. I thought about duetting it, but she brings it down here to this part of her neck because we all want that to disappear. I mean, like, look at the difference just in that. I love this stuff. So here's some more. So if you are worried and thinking that this might be hard, or just unsure if it's something you want to try, reach out to me, because I am not, again, I'm starting at the end of my chin this morning. It's not my deal or my bag to be pushy about it. I started this makeup because I wasn't liking what I was wearing, and it stopped. It wasn't looking good. Nothing that I had tried was looking good, and a lot of that was because I had aged some. And so now I love how it makes me feel, because I don't have to put on a tremendous amount of makeup, but yet I get a good coverage, and then it doesn't sit in my fine lines and wrinkles. It's so funny because I didn't do this, but I saw something where someone was promoting like a skincare line or something, and I'm about that. That's good. But they were saying, oh, every single makeup that you will ever find will sit in your fine lines and wrinkles as you age. So you need to get rid of them with this line. Well, I mean, listen, if we can correct them, great. If we can help them be less, prominent with some skincare line, I'm all about that too. However, Saint makeup doesn't sit in your fine lines, but I didn't troll them. So, I just said, okay, I know something you don't know. Okay, so this is, I tend to I'm trying different things with my makeup as far as putting it on, because there's so many different ways to put it on. And I think that can be overwhelming for people sometimes, is like, why are there so many ways? How am I going to know what to do? So I'm just trying different ways just to see what is easy, what I like. And that way I can share that with everybody when they might be struggling with something. So I can digress, but ultimately I still wear this makeup because I love it. I sell this makeup because I want to share it. If people don't buy from me, that's great. I hope they stay on my page because I love empowering women. I love making them feel comfortable and confident. I love helping them learn where maybe they didn't know, but they want to do it, right? There's people that are like, I would love to do that. I would love to get the little bit of improvement, but I don't know how. I don't know how. So that's me. I'm your girl, because that is where I think I'm finding my love language is I can help. And I can help once, I can help twice, I can help 3 times. I don't care. This is fun for me. It's like dessert. So if you're wondering and you're worried, let me help you. Let me help you. So, all right. So if you're just tuning in, I have put on my contour. I actually did some color correcting because I've got a lot of blue in the corners this morning because I'm super tired. We stayed up last night and watched to see if we could get some updates on DeMar from the Bills game. And then I did do a little bit of color correcting with Aspen. Probably know that I can see in the mirror because I moved the comments. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more. But yeah, so that's it. Now I'm getting ready to do my accent highlight. And I like to use a tiny brush. And I like to just do the dots here. And you can see I actually didn't do my contour on my nose, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the same brush. This makeup is pretty awesome in that you can use it for different things, and it just kind of knows where it needs to go. So I'm going to, I'm using my olive. Silly me. Hang tight. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. We're going to use olive with a little bit of indigo because I dabbed into it, because that's what happens when you don't have enough coffee in the morning. And I have a straight nose. You can straighten your nose if you want to make your nose a little bit straighter. My nose is straight, but it's also long. So sometimes I will do the very end of it just so that I can shorten it just a little bit and not have it be so long. So it's Tuesday, y'all. If you are just catching this live, thank you for joining. If you've been watching from the beginning, thank you. If you're just catching it now, though, don't forget to go back and look at the beginning, because I did show my cream, and I showed that when I open it at the end, when I think that it's empty, it's like Christmas and it's like full again. So I have been working on how to contour my nose. Sometimes I do a great job and sometimes I struggle a little bit. And so ultimately I just wanted to try to figure out the best way. And I'm finding that putting just a little bit on first and then blending it down and then going back in with my colors has been easier for me. One of my Saint sisters, my cousin actually in real life, Paula, has been using her detail brush going in like this and doing it like this, placing it like that. So if you are someone who is looking to try or is using already and you're struggling with your contour, let me know, because I can maybe help you with it, because I'm trying a whole bunch of different things. So, okay, so now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use my White Peach. This is, I told everybody before, I melted this down, and I was amazed at how much was left. I mean, the amount that you get out of here is crazy. So this is my second use after melting it down. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to switch up gears, and I'm going to use the White Peach from my finger. Just going to place it on here, and then I'll blend that out. Okay, but this is my accent highlight. This is the one that lightens and brightens and causes, you know, the 3D makeup. It's about creating dimension so that you don't have one flat look that just sits in those fine lines and wrinkles. It can enhance the things that you want people to see by bringing them forward, by drawing the light there. Because you're using a lighter color, And then it can camouflage the things you don't want people to see because you create the shadow. That's my white peach. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my main color, which is Candy. And I'm going to just tap my finger in, and I'm going to just do some spots there, here. I'm going to go and do here, in between my contours. I take my Candy and I go on top of the aspen just like that, and that helps me get coverage over the redness, and that's it. Then I don't have multiple layers. Then I'm gonna do, you can see I dotted in some places. I do a line in here. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. It's all gonna end up looking good. It's just whatever is easiest for people. And that is it. Now I'm actually, let's see, sometimes I get talking and I forget what I was doing. So let's do, okay, so now we're gonna blend. I'm gonna put a tiny bit more on my contour, blend it out there. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my buff brush because this is an airbrushed look. And then I'm just gonna start blending it all together. And hopefully, I know this morning I was very, very worried that I was going to wake up and find that Damar had not made it through the night, but it looks like he did. And that was super scary. And Dawn and I sat and watched it. But what I will say is that, you know, it's always in those times that is almost reassuring, maybe is the right word. I'm not sure what the right word is, but reassuring that humanity, right? Reassuring in humanity, because sometimes we get caught up in the things that, you know, not just, I don't know, John says sometimes the media feeds us a lot, and I agree with that, but I also think that, you know, our kids have been desensitized for what, you know, I guess you could have a million different, you know, philosophies on what it is, but at the end of the day, sometimes it just makes me sad that we just don't treat each other as well in the world as we should. And don't get me wrong, I can get some road rage just like everybody else. So, I mean, I say that with like the most like humbleness, because it does resemble me as well. But I hate that it takes things like that to bring it out in people, but I'm glad that when we are faced with those things that we can come together. Pretty impressive. I went on last night to donate, and then I checked again this morning at the, I donated $25, y'all. That's what I had. I mean, I had $25 to donate, but it's like being in the spirit of the donation, right? And when I went on this morning to check at the toy drive that Damar had started, that the Bills Mafia and Cincinnati and the world had started to donate to, and it was at 3 million this morning, which is just phenomenal. So anyways, I know you probably didn't come on to talk about that, but humanity, right? Humanity. So, okay, so this is my contour and my highlights, and you can see how easy it actually is. That's it. As I was talking, the color just kind of melts into the right temperature of your skin, and then you blend it out. I'm actually going to go ahead and do some lip cheek this morning, and then also too, I wanted to tell you, in case you watch it later, Lori Bodie, if you only watch part of it, I'll put it in the comments, but ultimately I'm waiting on my eyeshadows, so have no fear. I'm going to, this is what happens, we don't have enough coffee in the morning. Have no fear, I'm going to do some eyeshadow looks, but I have to wait until I get them. So these are the ones that I have collected. And y'all, this is all from, I mean, Saint is got this tremendous commission program, but they also do really well by their hostesses. So that's why I keep saying, like, host with me, like do a class, because if we don't get any free makeup, we don't get any free, it's no pressure. It's not like, oh my God, nobody came to my party. Promise you that. But it doesn't take much, and then we can get you some colors of your own. So reach out to me and we can do that as well. So what am I feeling today? I am feeling what am I feeling? What am I feeling? I am feeling, I don't know. Let's go with some nude since we don't know what we're feeling. We'll go ahead and just go with some nude. And that is one of my favorite colors. Just there, here, here, here. And then it's pigmented, y'all. So here, here, here. And I didn't brush my teeth yet, but we're gonna go ahead and just put it on here. Sometimes you can line your lips and that's awesome. And when I am not doing this in the morning or live, I might when I plan it, but as a general rule, I don't line my lips just because I'm always in a hurry and I don't know, whatever, I don't. But I have started to, because for some people it's a game changer. I have a friend who started lining with the lip liner that Saint has, and she said that it was literally like a game changer. She has a lot of lines around her lips from previously smoking, and so lipstick never stayed where it was supposed to. It always just kind of went in the lines for her and kind of filled in. And so she started using the lip liner, and she said, and I was so happy because it actually, she said it was really truly a game changer. So then I'm going to blend it together with my contour and bring it up. I like a heavier blush, so you can go lighter or darker, just kind of depending. It does have a pretty good staying power. That's it. I'm just very lightly blending until I get the look that I like. And I tend to like a monochromatic look. I'll put some eyeshadow or some mascara on later, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on, and then I'll top it with a shimmer because I want a simple look today. So there's that. That was nude. I'm actually gonna top nude and then I'll take Desert Sunset with me. But for now I'm gonna go ahead and take my setting powder. I'm just gonna put a little bit on and tap it into my lipstick. Saint setting powder comes in matte and shimmer, not shimmer, gloss and semi-gloss. I like to put a matte on first, most days, because then it stays longer, and then I put the setting powder on top of it, and then I could either put another layer of that, or I could go ahead and just, I'm going to put on some gloss, which is Desert Sunset. And then I'll take Desert Sunset with me. So it's pretty, right? Extra on my finger. So rather than get rid of it, I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here with everything that's left on my finger. Ooh, I am so battling a migraine today. I can feel it when I'm touching my eyes. That's because I didn't get enough sleep, and that's my own fault. Thankfully enough, some Demi can cover it. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and take I've actually been using, I need to look and see what this brush is, to be honest with you. Smudge brush, that's what this one is. And I like it. I'm using it a little bit in place of my eyeshadow brush. And then I am going to just do a little bit of, let's see, I'm gonna do Bubba, which is always a good color for people with blue eyes. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of Bubba here. I like to blend out with my finger. They're just so pretty. I just love them. Willow's patiently waiting for me on the bed. I really do have to get around. It's almost time for me to go. I just get lost in the dessert of it all. All right. Now I'm going to take a tiny little bit of shimmer, and for that today we will use, Decisions. I think I will use Gilded, because Gilded is one of the ones that I know Lori Bodie ordered. I'm just going to put it right there and blend it out on top. Take my brush, blend it together. Same thing here. Sometimes with your ones that are more shimmery, it's better to do your finger and then blend with the brush. it carries the shimmer better. And you just go in, blend out, blending is your friend, blend, 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 blend. It's also a good massage when your eyes are struggling with a migraine. It's an art doing your makeup in your phone. It really is. Okay, so that's it. I put Nude and Desert Sunset on, and then I put Bubba on my eyes, and then a little bit of Gilded. I am going to follow it up with my highlighter, which my illumination, which I use Honey, and then I'm going to do some brows and some lashes, and then I'll post a picture, and then I will link to the colors. L'Oreal, watch out for lives. As soon as I get my eyeshadows, I'll do them. And then I'm actually excited. I've got some this and that's coming up that people have commented on before, and I'm going to do those colors. I bought them. So if there's something that you are looking for me to do, I'm going to do some short videos with tutorials rather than the live, so you don't have to watch the whole live. And then the live is just so that we can spend quality time together. But I'll do the short demo videos with those colors and then post them in the files and show everybody how to get to them, so that way when you're wanting to do that, you can just turn me on and do the colors with me, and then they'll be short and quick. So that's it. I hope everybody has a great Tuesday. Don't forget, if you order the cream and you think you're out, open it up. It's like Christmas.